Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Hope you had a phenomenal weekend. Super excited to be back. We've got a lot to talk about. Bitcoin just broke 40K, which is freaking awesome. I still think there's going to be a lot of crypto volatility over the next 6 months, but the Elon Musk tweets have certainly accelerated some positivity for Bitcoin just over the weekend, which is super awesome. I thought that as soon as we get back to green, Elon Musk will be back into accepting Bitcoin over at Tesla. So super exciting, definitely helped. But again, still expect shorting and volatility over in crypto over the next 6 months. I personally think once we get through this inflationary period, we get inflation going away, and Bitcoin goes through its cycles, I think we're going to have a pretty positive next year. So I'm very excited about crypto in that sense. Now, before we pull up the stock market, I do want to mention that there's a little bit of confusion, actually a lot of confusion around the whole Fed repo thing when it comes to AMC. Made a video. Is the volume too high or too low? Oh, it's probably too low. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Is that better? No, hold on. There we go. Nope, too loud. There we go. Is this better? There. That should be better. Okay. Are we good now? Are we good? Sorry about that. All right. So we should be good now in audio. Hopefully you were able to hear the first part of what I said. But okay, good. Better. Good. So there's beyond now talking about crypto, I want to touch on AMC. And then let's get over into the stinks. So there's a lot of confusion when it comes to the repo market with AMC. A lot of folks are doing everything possible to link the repo market's explosion in cash deposits at the Fed with AMC. I made a video yesterday. It's about 18 minutes long. It's worth watching if you're interested in that. I highly recommend you watch that so you know what's actually happening. I do not see the repo market is clearly linked to the to AMC. It's possible, much like many things are possible, but there's evidence missing for that. Full detailed explanation, obviously, what's going on with the repo video in that 18-minute video yesterday. I don't want to relitigate all of that yesterday, but basically what's happening is more money is being deposited at the Fed. Banks are depositing more cash. A lot of that cash appears to be coming from stimulus, which is money that's being drawn down from the Treasury Department and being brought back to the environment, money that's being closed out of existing bonds that banks had because they don't need to keep as many or as much collateral anymore after the SLR expirations. And so really what we have is banks with a lot more cash. Now, some folks are making the argument that, well, doesn't that mean, though, if banks have less cash, that they're going to end up raising interest rates? Banks aren't raising interest rates right now. There's none of that happening. Banks are trying to make more loans right now, not less. They're trying to do anything in their power to make more loans. And so I don't see margin rates going up. I don't see debt rates going up. I don't see the repo connection that a lot of folks are talking about. But anyway, more on that in that 18-minute video I posted yesterday. I'm very much attuned to what's happening in the market, especially when it comes to interest rates. That's something I care about on a daily basis. So anyway, right now we do have AMC breaking above 51.06 here, which is very, very good. And we've got a lot of good. Let's go ahead and pull pre-market over here. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions that you might have. Banks struggling to lend exactly is actually what's already. Feel free to ask any questions. Banks struggling to lend is an issue right now, and that's exactly why it would make no sense that right now banks would have trouble with or even considering raising rates because banks are trying to lend. So yeah. I mean, see, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the argument. This year, banks loan $10 for every dollar they have anywhere. That's fine. I mean, that's just the way the system works. That's fractional reserve banking, and that's totally normal. It's totally normal. So I'm not. There's nothing concerning to that at all. The problem isn't, if they have 15% of cash right now, they're trying to lend more than they have, and they can't. Hold on, let's listen to this just for a quick moment here. Let's see.
Dominate in esports, and I think esports.
Okay, they were talking about esports. Okay, we'll come back to Jim Cramer here. We've got about 6 minutes before the market open. So let's see here. CRSR is up. Let's see, CRSR. Oh wow, yeah, Corsair's up 30%. Oh, that's why they're talking about it. Let's listen in. Let's listen.
There'll be hedge funds in there taking it up. I mean, I don't know why the mean people think that they have monopoly on whatever they play with, but whoever's the people, the no-name people who think that they're great,
nice.
No Wall Street analyst could move Corsair this big. So if people own Corsair and they've been waiting for it to go to 37 and it's at 41, those people are not going to turn buyers. They're sellers.
Well, the hedge fund folks are pretty good at the momentum game, too.
Yes, they can.
By the way.
The mean people don't understand. They are literally stooges and tools for hedge funds. They think...
I'm going to pull up the short interest on this one. That's incredible. I didn't think the short interest on this one was that high. And right now, Jim Cramer's talking about this one like it's a momentum stock. At the same time, we do have, Lordstown Motors just getting wrecked. Lordstown Motors just getting absolutely destroyed right now. I want to say, last I checked, it was down about 15%. We'll check in just a moment again. The CFO and CEO quit. It's bad. You don't want that to happen. But that is what's happening right now. So not so good. Not so good at all. Okay, we're going to get the terminal up here as well. That way we can get sort of an update as we get into the day on what's happening with short interest. But again, the repo markets, be cautious. Not everything is a catalyst for AMC, but we do have some great movement in AMC this morning. So when do you anticipate an infrastructure deal? Probably not until September, October, honestly. I think it's going to be a while before we actually get an infrastructure deal negotiated. If we get one in July, August, I'd be surprised. Yeah, I'd definitely be surprised, but it's possible. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into the sticks here. So let's see what we actually got going on. Yeah, we'll figure out what's going on with Corsair in just a moment. Sens is up almost 10% here. Riot Blockchain, very nice. AMC, 6 and almost 0.5% here. Awesome. UWM, almost 4%. Workhorse, Coinbase, nice. Should have gotten those Coinbase calls last week. Still not too late. Lordstown Motors up 17.8%. Actually, let me see that. Might be worth. I should have bought them last week, but I'm going to take a peek here because I've been looking into this and spent a little bit of time over the weekend. Let's see what we got. If we go out to, I don't know. Well, I do like long calls. Coin. Nope, calls, not puts. There we go. Weeble, really? Not gonna load anything for me? You gonna make me wait until the market opens? I think you are. You suck. All right, whatever. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and pull up short interest data. We've got about 2 minutes before the market opens. And if you do have questions about the repo market or what's really going on with interest rates, feel free to let me know. Happy to answer. Yeah, the one thing too, the Fed right now, they're looking at the repo market and they're saying, hey, this is working as intended. And they're doing everything in their power to make sure that they do not raise rates or even send a signal that they're okay with rates going up. So it's exactly, or keep an eye. It's something to keep an eye on. Let's see. Yeah. Always gloss over. Why do you say I always gloss over sports, Edward? What are you talking about? Are you talking about like DraftKings and sports betting? I'm a big fan of sports betting and DraftKings. Yeah, so I'm not sure what you're asking there. So okay. All right, let me quickly grab coin and AMC here. Let's see what we got. So AMC right now is showing as a percent of float, short 13.47%. Yeah, that's pretty much consistent with what we had last week. I'm generally looking for inflection points. We'll pull this up again in just a moment, though. Do want to take a peek at the pre-market quickly again here. We've got 30 seconds to go, just so we can see what we have possibly coming up for the day here. So we've got Riot Blockchain Marathon doing well today, very well today. AMC sitting at about 6%. Wish is up 3.8 again, which is great. But Coinbase, watch Coinbase today. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at those options right away in the first minute here. Let's go ahead and get the bell.
A policy that makes it that says, whoa, let's see if it doesn't calm down. Fed is being prudent. Paul Tudor Jones, does he want the market lower? No. Would he send it lower? Yes. I want workers to get jobs, and let's see what life is like after the pandemic. Jay's being prudent.
All right, you can hear the bells at the big board. Global Payments celebrating its entry into the Fortune 500, and up at the NASDAQ, Quantum SI celebrating its listing via SPAC. So that brings me to a CMG call today. Chipotle, speaking of inflation.
I'm going to check out this option here one
prices
sec.
4% to offset.
Let's listen to Jim really quick while I put my password in and do this really quick. But I'm looking at the Jan options for coin. Give me one sec.
I love CMG. I can't believe the stock's as low as it is versus how it's doing. Once again, workers making 4%. Whoa, really scary. I mean, billionaires making 28% each year and not being taxed. That's scary to me. Why can't workers make more than 4%? Why does everything have to go to the shareholders? Why do the shareholders and the management have to make it?
Okay. All right. We'll go back to the sticks here. I did buy 10 calls for 2023 on coin. Let's see here. We'll keep an eye on that. It is slightly green today. I'm okay with that. $230 could fluctuate. It's fine with me. They're long calls. They're not a trade for me. So I don't see this as a huge swing trade, but it is something that fundamentally I'm looking at adding to. So we're going to go ahead and yep, that trade is complete. Make a quick little note here. And let's go ahead and go into the sticks again. So what do we have happening here? Let's see how I want to see how AMC opened up. AMC, we've got AMC moving nicely here. Let's go back to the charts here. AMC chart. Let's go to the 1 minute. I want to see the volume here. There we go. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Good first minute volume. Usual that our first minute is a little bit of a slight red candlestick, so not a surprise. Yeah, volume is greater than it was on Friday, which is very good. 20. Okay, there we go. 1 sec. Got it. Okay, perfect. So anyway, there we go. 11 million here, 2.3 in the second minute. Pretty low right now in the next minute, though we're still within that minute. So we want to see volume generally over 2 to 3 million consistently on the minute chart, and then 5 minutes. Ideally we want to be over 10 as much as possible. There we go. Volume increasing here in that minute we were just in right now to 1.6. This is good. If we could be over 1.5 to 2, 2 to 3 for the 1 minute, that's very good. Opening minute was a little stronger than it was on Friday, which is also good. Corsair selling off a little bit after a big sort of pump here in the pre. Let me go see what the short interest was on Corsair. Actually, I can share this screen with all of us. There we go. So CRSR, take a peek here, Corsair. Corsair Gaming, there we go. It's 17.19% short. So, it's got some short. It's kind of like a Fisker almost, I would say. There we go. Yeah, okay. Actually, Fisker is 28%. So that's a little bit more here. Somebody says they can't super chat. Somebody else was just able to super chat. Somebody said, check out ORPH. Oh, let's check it out. It's possible that the iPhones got rid of it. Somebody mentioned that. Might be possible. Yeah, there's like no short interest on this. So let's see here. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to Webull here. Somebody's asking, why be long on options instead of shares? So one of the benefits that options gives you while AMC is running here is longer options give you essentially a leveraged purchase without using margin. There's much more risk involved because if the timing moves against you during your transition time, because generally you want to sell the option before the date comes up, and let's say there was a market crash, an extended crash in January of 2022, and it lasted all year of 2022, that could do a dirty to your options. So I try to keep options somewhere around 20 to 25% of my portfolio. It's riskier, but that's okay. Beats. I'd rather have that than margin when possible, and that's what I'm doing now. Shares, generally a big thing for me for the other 75% of my portfolio. So I do like to keep that balance spread a little bit. Yeah, it does give you some extra leverage on your options. Got AMC here, 9%, sitting nicely. We've got volume softening a tiny little bit here. Keep an eye on this. Yeah, we don't want to close under 1 million too soon here in terms of shares traded. Corsair's really giving up after this sort of bizarre pre-market run. I'm sorry, not Corsair. Bizarre pre-market run there, and all of a sudden it's trading towards the down direction. Lordstown tried recovering here a little bit at the open, but it's rotating back to the downside here after the CFO and CEO quit. I am concerned that they are going to essentially be in a situation where, like, when I woke up and I saw that Lordstown was down, I think at that point it was like 13% or something like that. When I saw that, I was a little concerned that Lordstown was going to have issued a bunch of shares. And the fact that the AMCO, the fact that the CEO and CFO quit are actually worse news, because I think whoever comes in to take their place is going to have to sell a lot of shares. That's not so good. All right, let's see what else we have. So flipping this back on its head here, Corsair's still sitting around 20%, which is great. I don't know why it's trending down, but yeah, it's moving a lot here with a 17% short, which is interesting. Somebody says Tesla's doing well. Let's take a look at Tesla. Oh, that's it's a nice bar on Tesla. It's still only about 1.7%. Very nice bar on Tesla. Tesla will be, somebody left me a comment yesterday. In fact, I screenshotted it, and I thought it was pretty funny. And I'm going to keep this. I'm going to save this. Give me a little memento. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh, and while I pull that up, I got one of the free stocks I got yesterday from Webull was $43, which I'm like, all right, that's awesome. But yeah, they give, when you sign up for Webull, you get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850, and they're as low as like $8. And so the $40 ones, I got 2 in a row. I had to unlock a few free stocks, and I got 2 $43 ones in a row. And I filmed it too, so I'll have to share that clip at some point. But anyway, if you want to get 2 free stocks with Webull, go to metkevin.com/Webull. It's metkevin.com/Webull. Deposit $100 and get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. All right, so we've got here, somebody left this comment yesterday. How can you be taken seriously when you are predicting Tesla will be $1,800? Which is true. I predict that by 2025. And they go, ever. Yes, if inflation hits 60%, then maybe. But with that inflation comes car sales vanishing. So will the carbon tax credits, which currently prop up Tesla. Not a chance. Sounds like somebody talking about even remotely 60% inflation as a joke, and then being concerned about carbon tax credits. In my opinion, seems a little confused in terms of how the market works. But the point is, I'm saving that screenshot for when Tesla when Tesla rallies again. Oh, thank you, Mikey, for coming by at the San Francisco rally. It was super fun. We're excited to post some videos about it. We've got Sense is doing well as well here. Sense and Build-A-Bear, look at that, both in the upper 8 to 9% range. Very good. BTX also a momentum mover. Good momentum moves here. Very good momentum moves. A couple days in a row here now. We had really the break day was Thursday. On Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday, it closed down most of my options. Worried that we might have a little bit of an extended break in momentum stocks. I ended up being right for Thursday, but boy, I was wrong for Friday and today. With the exception of some of them. I mean, like Skills is down, U-Time's down. These here are the warrants. So let me go ahead and delete this one from the watch list. There we go. GameStop down a little bit. Car Lots down a little bit. So Microvision's down a bit. So I guess it would have really depended which one you were in, which momentum stock, which is typical. But yeah, this is very good. This is a good day. You've even got Square up here, 3.7%. Last week was a great week. So now it's a matter of looking for, hey, what's the next opportunity? What's the next one? Is Palantir really over 25? That's great. Boy, Palantir was such a buy under 19. Was it under 19 at one point? I know it was under 20. It was incredible. So, I mean, that was just one to just hold. And I remember the lower the price went, the irony was that the lower the price went, the more people were going, is Palantir dead? Is Palantir going bankrupt? And I'm like, oh my gosh, nothing's changed. The only thing that's changing is the share price is de-risking. Like the lower it goes, the less risk you have. So an incredible movement here in Bitcoin, really just in the last hour approximately here. Very nice pump, broke straight over 40, heading to 41,000 right now. Remember, this was such a wonderful test of that $31,000 level because you've got to stay above 31,000 with Bitcoin. 31,000 is set such a key level that when we briefly break below it, that 31 to 32 range, because actually I have my line drawn at 32, but 31 to 32, such an important range for Bitcoin. Because really, if we break 31, 32 right here, I mean, there's nothing supporting us for a while until the low 20s or high 19 range. So holding this 30s here was so critical. And we did, which is really, really good that we had a nice bounce off of 30 here. Very, very good. I mean, now you've got a triple touch at the 30. You've really solidified that support line. This is very, very good for Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes down to 30 again, if anybody's still waiting to buy, that support line should be a nice sort of boost for you. For your rationale. Woo! Forgot to get my coffee day. Oh, well. Elon announced accepting Bitcoin again when it cleans up. I believe was my was the read that I had on it. Let's go. Let's see here. What's Neo doing? Neo's got a little bit of a move here. Nice. Arc Innovations up about 1.2%. Awesome. Yeah, Tesla's sitting around that 2% level, having a hard time breaking through 2%, but still doing well. Enphase up a couple percent as well. Shift Technologies sitting at mid 8s. It kind of sits around here. Rubber bands around here. Lordstown still getting crushed. But the more entertaining story today, as we've got over here, we've got AMC. Oh, AMC rotating to the downside a little bit here. Don't let the what's it called? Repo hopium, affect you. But it doesn't matter. We don't need more excitement for AMC in terms of having a great green day here. I think 6% is up. More excitement does lead to more FOMO buying, so that can help squeeze options, gamma squeeze options, and that can get us some more price action. But in my opinion, it's very important to focus on correct catalysts that we can directly link to AMC or other stocks for that matter. And I think we've got a great momentum movement here at the beginning of the week. Maybe what we should do here is let's take a peek at some of the other short interest we've got going on. So let's give me some tickers here. I do not have Discord open at the moment. Usually I do. I don't have it open at the moment, but go ahead and give me some tickers just here in the chat. Let's see what we got. Do a quick list here. Quick list here. Tesla 5.14%. CCIV has CCIV's been a little slow, 21.55. They need to get their production off. The screen is up. Should be able to see the screen here. Go EV 32.4 on Go EV. Yeah, Go EV still has a big old short interest, and so does Workhorse, which is incredible. I mean, Workhorse, Go EV. They're not companies I want to hold long, but boy, oh boy, would I get some January 2022 calls. Yeah, I was looking for a little bit more of a red day, either Friday or today. I didn't get it. Both of the days ended up being green. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. You got to be prepared for both directions. GTT, 22%. Mind Medicine. I feel like they lost that. No, that's the wrong one. What's MMND? Yeah, I don't. That still shows up as Mastermind. I think the way that shows up after its uplisting is funky. No idea what this one is. Mogo, but it's 2 point something percent here. ALPP turn. You can look at that. All right, that was 3.7. Turn. Oh, some of these I just have not heard of before. AMD. AMD is not that high up. Yeah, we did Go EV. They're pretty high. Go EV and Workhorse. Let's go to the screener for a moment. I'm just going to go pull NASDAQ, so hold on one sec. Actually, I'm sorry. We're going to pull the Russell. That's what we'll do. All right, let's go ahead. Top 50. Let's see if we can get them here. All right. So here we go. We've got Workhorse at 42.7, Geo 36.8, On Track, Fulgent Genetics, PetMed, GoGo. Here's Esperion again, ESPR Therapeutics, Clovis, Bed Bath, Lemonade. Yeah, Lemonade. Virgin Galactic. These guys over here in the higher or in the lower 20s here. There you go. Oh, there's AMC right here. Sitting right now at see, that's interesting. Here they show it at 19. Hold on a second. Why do they show it at 19 there? Hold on. Oh, this is AMC Networks, duh. Okay, that makes sense. AMC itself. Yeah, that chart looked too different. There we go. Yeah, okay. Oh, look, it ticked up a tiny little bit. It just revised up from 13.4 to 14.5. This literally just updated here. Little tick up. So, very nice. Good for AMC. See, and we want to look for larger catalysts linked to AMC. So, this is good. That's very good. We've got Pubmatic up 4.5. Voyager Digital, the crypto is really moving up a little bit here, which is very nice. We've got Corsair's bottoming out here around 17% up, which is pretty good. It's not as great as it was at the open, but still pretty good. Good swing there. Makes you wonder, a little bit of a short push there, but 17% short on Corsair. All right, what else do we have? Lordstown down 18%. Ooh. Skills down 8% here. Moderna down about 8% here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the history here of Moderna. I'm really waiting for COVID to just disappear really here. And when COVID disappears, I think Moderna will disappear, will plummet. Yeah, back to that 120s range is really what I'm looking for. It's just starting a red candlestick here. It's not that I want to see it head down, but yeah, right around here, 120. I see what looks like a triple support here around this range, this 120 to 110. See, this is about 120 right here. I get a double touch here. A little softer here. You got down to about 108. And so I wouldn't be surprised, excuse me, to see after COVID, Moderna, Pfizer, some of these to rotate down as some folks take profits and move on out of those. Those could be good opportunities to jump in and have some fun with those. Now, Corsair moving very nicely. Right now, bouncing off its bottom here. Was up about 17%. Now it's about 20.5%. So moving back up. Was 30% when we opened up. Let's see. Well, 3 new strains on the way, so these biostocks aren't going to disappear. Well, that's possible. We've been hearing about new strains for quite a while. And it's not to throw any shade at strains, but we've really heard a lot about new strains really just over the last year. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. So far, the vaccines have been pretty incredible against them. Can you bring someone on to talk about the nuclear sector? Sure. Who do you have in mind? Set it up. All right, let's keep going here. So, excuse me. All right. Oh, look at Riot and Marathon. Nice push here. Very nice. Okay, esports, Edward. Yes, I am bullish on esports. A lot has been priced into esports, but yeah, definitely bullish. So yeah, look at that. That's pretty incredible. Riot and Marathon have been so sent to the toilet they would have been another potential good option here. Personally chose coin for a longer option, but Ride and Marathon still down in the gutter, and Ride and Marathon 16% here. We're still expecting a lot of volatility in crypto over the weekend. I'm sorry, over the next 6 months, not the weekend. Over the next 6 months, and that could create some more opportunities in Marathon and Ride. But if you just look at the chart, even after today's push, Ride and Marathon still pretty solid in terms of how low they are relative to the beginning of this year when we really had the beginning of our crypto run. Let's go take a peek at what the Varns has to say this morning.
How you created this thing, because it looks to me like a screenshot. And straighten me out, Kevin.
Yeah. Well, it is it's an animation, a digital animation. It's made entirely with code, with software that I programmed, and that's turned into this short animation loop that I made back in 2014, a long time ago now.
So whoever bought this, it's that person's exclusively. Nobody else can see it unless they prepare to show it on their camera, on their screens, right? That's how it works.
Yeah. So I mean, the way that NFTs work, the way the blockchain works, is a little bit particular and takes some getting used to, because everything on a blockchain is public information. Everything is visible, and so the work is visible. It's in public. It's on the public internet. But only the owner has the right to own it, to trade it, and has other certain rights attached to it.
I don't know.
You created this. Does it have value because it is the first NFT, or is it an artistic creation? I see all these lovely colors and that. Is there?
I'm gonna back off the NFT talk, but yeah, I love just taking videos of NFTs and then going, see, look at my NFT. Sold for $1.47 million. Here it is. No, it's I know. It's just not owning it. Blah blah blah. NFT thing is something I still work to understand. I think it is neat to say you own something, though, especially if it's it has a historical significance. I think there's something cool about that, or something that's part of like a moment. I think there's some cool features to that. But anyway, Clove here. Clove heading back into the gutter, unfortunately. Clover down 8.5%. Let's go ahead and pull up the short interest on Clove here. Right, clicking NFTs and saving them. Clover Health still sitting at 43% short. So, yeah. All right, what else do we have here? So let's take a Beanie Baby NFT. Yeah, that'd be plenty to do. All right, what do we got here? Build-A-Bear sitting up about 4.9%. AMC, a little bit of a softening in the market right here. Let's see here. Yeah, a little bit of softening in AMC, and part of this is due to really just a fall of volume. Minute chart down below 1 million. When we get that reduction of volume, sometimes we can consolidate a little bit in the day. Ooh, I missed that coffee. One of the things though that can happen after volume consolidates is, as long as AMC stays stable, what we've seen happen before is volume will all of a sudden spike. And as long as AMC was stable before that, we can see AMC move nicely. No guarantees, but that is something we've seen before. Yeah, right click save as. Bitcoin's still doing pretty dang well here at 40,500. Very nice movement here. Got Ethereum, ETC over here. Not regular Ethereum, but ETC up 9%. Let's go take a peek at some of the others. Dogecoin sitting almost at 33. Tesla almost at up 2%. Sundial here. Sundial just breaking right below one of our support lines here at $1.07. Got Enphase, Salesforce. These guys all bouncing around in that little 1.5 to 2% range. Lordstown still rotating down. Yeah, still averaging to the downside. And we've got Corsair also pulling back a little bit. Some cooling in the market right now. Let's go look at the SPY just to compare. All right, here we go. So SPY is down about 0.09% right now. Tiny little bit. Looks like some of maybe the industrials pulling down. Recovery. We got the airlines, Trimble, Nano Dimension. Boy, oh boy, Nano Dimension just has not had a lot of love lately. Now this is another one that oftentimes used to trade like Microvision. Yeah, but it's not getting any love right now at all. Ubiquity at 318. That's good. We've got. Let's see here. What else? Oh, Workhorse. Workhorse down a little bit right now. Workhorse it's still got a good price though, but it makes you wonder if it's tempting here to maybe pick up an option on it. Still think it has a run in it to 20. I'd love for it short term, selfishly, to drop a little bit more. That way I could pick up an option on it. So probably going to keep an eye on this. I'd like to see it break under 15. We do have another support around 14, so we'll see what happens here. Let's go listen to Varnes for a moment.
You really like the Adidas. You know, they'll do this stuff. Or maybe someone asked John Donahoe, how do you feel about religious freedom in China? And that's over.
All right.
Isn't it a matter of time before someone asks?
Okay, nothing on stocks here.
Next.
Nothing on stocks here. Okay, fine then. Back to the sticks it is. You know what we can do as well is we can briefly pull up our headlines, see what's going on in the headline world. Closely tracking inflation, of course, tracking the repo market, although repo market's not affecting us as much. We'll talk about Lordstown, Fed talk coming up. Rally and bond market seem to lose steam as investors prepared for the FOMC meeting this week. Big expectation this week is talking about tapering. So we'll see what kind of forecast we get from Jerome Powell. 10-year yields here, bouncing off a 1.4 technical support, they say here. Very interesting. They're calling it a resistance, but whatever. We know what they mean. Okay. So, yeah, that means our 10-year did drop over there. Let's see here. 10-year treasury. Did it really bounce off one? Oh, wow. Let's go to 5-day. I don't personally see the drop to 1.4. Maybe they saw it, or the chart was just too small. But a little bit of a run here on the 10-year yield. Worries. People get nervous around Fed speak time. But we already know what he's going to say. You know, path of the economy is dependent upon the course of the virus. Things are bad, but they're getting better. Blah, blah, blah. Elon Musk says he's putting his last remaining house on the market. Bitcoin jumps after Musk says Tesla will use. I like how they just say will use when mining is cleaner. Pokemon Go creator has a plan to become more than a one-hit wonder. A new Transformers game. Ooh. AI Transformers. I'll transform other people. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Let's go back to the sticks here. There's nothing really going on here. Corsair is still holding on very, very well here. Yeah, up about 19% here. Good hold on. BTX, 17.45%. Marathon Riot, great. AMC, 6.5, awesome. Build-A-Bear, 4.39, great. Coinbase still sitting kind of around where we added to it a bit. Square, 3.4. Coinbase, I think, is going to need a few earnings cycles to really move. And that's okay. That's why it's a long. Gives you more of an opportunity to buy it low. With my long positions, I personally don't mind them sitting low. You know, sometimes folks are like, oh, but Kevin's Tesla's lost so much steam this year. Like, it's been a perfect buying opportunity, especially picking up with a 5 in the front. It's been so incredible. All right, what else we got here? NEO at 46, very nice. Yep, going over 45 is a big deal for NEO. It's also a big deal for me because I stopped buying it. And I remember when NEO was at $65 and somebody's like, what? You're going to wait till 45. It's never going to go under 45 again. Went to like 33 for a month. So plenty of opportunity to buy there. Palantir up slightly. Dave & Buster's up slightly. If you watch my Instagram story, you'll see Dave & Buster's in it yesterday. Follow me on Instagram at MeKevin. U-Time. All right, I'm going to go hunting for some other options here. But it's going to take me a little bit. So we probably won't do that right now. But I am interested in picking up some more options, making some plays. So I added a long this morning. Well, added 2 a long this morning, but I'd also like to grab some short-term options. So I'll keep an eye here on some thoughts. AMC pretty stable. This is actually good for AMC. Last time this happened last week, and ended up popping when volume came back. So that's pretty good. Good moves over here at AMC. Big Digital moving nicely. Build-A-Bear, nice. 5.43%. Pubmatic, nice. Fastly, awesome. Good. Yeah, good movements here. Let's go ahead and listen to CNBC for a moment.
Push second half profits beyond forecast. You can see that's price increases in the stock today, too, with those shares up nearly 3%. We're going to end with Lordstown Motors announcing the resignation of both the company's CEO and CFO. That's days after warning there was doubt it could continue as a going concern. The company also announcing the results of its probe, Scott, into that Hindenburg research report as well, saying that the majority of that report was misleading, but that there were some accuracy issues around pre-orders. So that is all putting shares of Lordstown Motor under pressure, down about 20% right now.
Yeah, nasty looking morning thus far. Morgan, thank you. Legendary investor Paul Tudor Jones on Squawk Box earlier discussing the Fed and inflation.
So I'm
going to watch the Fed on Wednesday. If they treat these numbers, which were material events, they're very material. If they treat them with nonchalance,
they will.
I think it's just a green light to bet heavily on every inflation trade.
Joining us now, Esty Dweck, the Natixis head of global.
So he's basically saying if the Fed does what they've been doing for the last year, which is literally exactly what we expect them to do, then he's going all in on all the inflation trades. Nah, whatever.
Tenure.
Sounds like a short.
I really don't think we should have such high expectations from the Fed. At this point, they really seem to have a set path in mind with a set calendar. They've mentioned an inclusive recovery time and again. Labor market
nailed it.
Participation is not recovering as quickly as they would hope. If you look under the hood of the unemployment numbers, Black and Hispanics, lower wages, all of those are recovering quite slowly. The Fed isn't going to rush because of 2 high CPI prints that were expected, even if they were a little bit.
This lady nailing it.
So, Barry, do you
She's
think the Fed is
good.
going to say anything consequential this week? Paul Tudor Jones says if they don't, he's going all in on the inflation trade, gold, commodities, crypto.
Nailed it.
Well, one thing that's being overlooked, and we're spending an awful lot of time on Europe and the ECB and the Fed, but China's been tightening quite a bit. And if China's tightening leads, as it always does, to a lower PMI manufacturing index, both in the global...
Yeah, actually, Cook, it's not the media throwing race into the mix here. It's actually the Fed is saying that. The Fed wants women, Blacks, Hispanics, and other groups to be able to participate in the recovery. So that's actually straight from the Fed. The media is just reporting that one.
Unemployment in this case is still at a level that the Fed would delay the taper.
So, Esty, if that's the case and the Fed does, in Barry's words, very little this week, where do I want to be investing right now?
I think there's more room in the reflation trade. I know it's slowed a little bit.
Okay, I disagree with that one, but okay.
But I just don't think we've priced in all of the reopening in terms of the equity market. I think there's more room to run in energy, in some of the financials, in materials. I think one of the questions might be how long this lasts, but for now, there's more room to run.
Okay.
Barry, I'll put the same question towards you, especially since you're pretty bearish relative to where we are in the market right now. I mean, I think your forecast is S&P 500 flat to down 10% by October.
Yeah, the pivot in the market clearly is going to be mid-year. We're in June. But I actually think the dollar goes up because it's counter-cyclical. The Chinese tightening is going to have a market effect. It goes the opposite direction with the dollar. As the dollar goes up, the commodity prices, such as the CRB index or the industrial commodity index, they're going to weaken. And as that happens into the late summer and autumn, those names related to that will sell off. They're, much like the earnings in the first quarter, which were extraordinary. It was buy the rumor, sell the fact. I mean, we're still pretty close to the same price we were around the 7th of May on the S&P 500. So I don't expect much more lift for that trade. I think we're in this topping out process, and I'm in the defensives.
Okay, this has been a very interesting discussion. First of all, so he's saying, I don't think recovery is going to do as well. So he countered the lady. Paul Tudor Jones is like, go all in inflation. And the lady's like, no, you're wrong. The Fed's not going to do what you think they're going to do. Who cares if we've had too high inflation readings? It's not a big deal. We expected those. These are some very interesting. This is actually a very interesting discussion. I think a lot of you know exactly where I stand. I think the inflation will start rotating straight down. I think that has risks for cryptocurrency in the short term, and that's why crypto in going into 2022 I think is going to be phenomenal. We've got momentum trades right now, but I personally think recovery stocks are capped out. Like the second gentleman said. So you can see the variety of opinions you can get, though. It's really incredible. So you kind of just have to see what you align with and then trade in accordance. But AMC here, correct candlestick here. There we go. AMC is doing very well here. AMC's got a nice move to the upside here. SOS has got a move to the upside. Got Big Digital 5.69. Build-A-Bear, Bitcoin, Coinbase sitting at 3.4. I'd actually be really happy if Coinbase went that back to 320 because I'd probably buy some more shares or options or combination of. Definitely interested in this, but I don't need to go super heavy on this now because I think I've really got until January to March of 2022 to really see the bigger moves on this. So if you're watching me with Coinbase, it is not a short-term swing. Ooh, Playboy down 12% all of a sudden. You got to see what's going on with this. See, here are some opportunities. If you wanted some short-term options, these might be some opportunities over here. Some of your reds, your Microvision. The Microvision usually goes into the mid to low 20s and then rebounds. And that's a little bit what we're happening right now, that rebound. I do want to see if there's any news particularly around what we've got here. Hold on, let me pull it up really quick on Playboy. PLBY. Let's see here. News, PLBY. Okay, let's go to news. Playboy capital raise events. Oh, did they raise some money? Oh, yep, here you go. 4.7 million share offering at a price of $46. Okay, well, that does that. All right, let's go back over here for a moment.
Lockstep with global liquidity growth. So you're taking down some of the more speculative assets, and yeah, you've taken some of the froth out, but we had a correction in 1998 before that big blow off in 99 into 2000. So it's something to consider.
Yeah, irrational exuberance went on for 4 more years before the tech bubble blew up. We appreciate it, guys, very much. We'll talk to you soon. SD and Barry, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, national security policy and global defense spending in focus as President Biden is attending the NATO Leaders Summit in Brussels. This is just 2 days ahead of his highly anticipated meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Our Eamon Javers is live in Geneva, probably the best live shot of the day. Eamon.
That is a pretty nice live shot. Look, no way. Oh, gosh. I want to be there in a boat. All right, let's go back over here. So we got Riot, Marathon doing very nicely. BTS, AMC, nice push here. See, we had talked about this, that it goes through these lower volume periods of consolidation. And as soon as you get volume coming back, it pushes. It's literally what happened here. If we get rid of that morning candlestick here, we were sitting around 900,000, 500,000 for a moment in volume right here. And as soon as that volume went back to about 1.5 million to 2 million, boom, 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 push, push, push. Very nice. Very volume dependent. Very volume dependent right now. Also, keep in mind, in addition to AMC being volume dependent, there's a very nice, voluptuous 40% off coupon code linked in the description down below for you to join me in the amazing programs on building your wealth, including programs on stocks, psychology of money. We've got real estate, do-it-yourself property management, sales, making YouTube videos. Lots of great content there, so check that out in the link down below. All right, what else here? Rotating the downside, 19.81%. We've got Mind Medicine also rotating down about 4%. Here's some potentials you want to look at maybe for picking up some options, unless they're on a longer-term downtrend here. Yeah, see, skills might still have a little bit of a ways to go, but quantum down a good chunk. Wait a minute, what is QSI? Wait a sec. I'm used to QS being here. Oh, here's QuantumScape. Okay, yeah, there we go. 3.5%. Churchill Capital is also down 3%. DraftKings, yeah, down. DraftKings. This had run up to what, almost 70, I feel like. Wow, it went as low as 39 there for a moment. Let's go pull back here. All right, we've got, yeah, here we go. Yeah, look at that. Thing was up to 74.38. Wow. It's down to 52 right now. Almost half. All right, what else do we have here? Yeah, somebody saw me daily. All right, what else? You getting more of a push here? Nope, kind of stabilizing a little bit. And Corsair just gave it up a little bit. They were up 30%, but they're really, really dropping here. It's almost like you had a brief pre-market push for what's it called? For the short interest, that's 17%, but beyond that, yeah, wow, a little bit of a sell down here. So hopefully it picks up again. Wonder if it's volume. Yeah, volume's been falling since the opening here. Volume's been falling. All right, folks, that sounds good for now. Thank you so very much for being here. Check out the courses and those private live streams linked down below. Use that 40% off coupon code. Appreciate you being here as always. Watch my video on repos yesterday. If you still don't understand that market, it has nothing to do with interest rates going up, and it has nothing to do with, in my opinion, well, it's got little confirmed to do with AMC. I think we have other catalysts for AMC, which is fine. We've had a great morning here so far, but watch that repo video so you can understand it a little more. All right.